All right, and we are live. People can see us and hear us now. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, Mario. Hello, Zion. Hello. I'm gonna say Carl. I'm gonna say Carl. And Abe93. Welcome in, everybody. Mario Man, thank you for redeeming the first of the interview giveaway for us. I appreciate that. For anyone wondering what that is, so pretty much about like halfway or at the end of this, we're going to do a giveaway of something from the Shadow Stream supporters to you guys, obviously. But obviously, like the main reason we're here is we are going to be interviewing one of our one of our Shadow members, Feathers24 here. And yeah, so that is the main focus, but obviously there's also that interview at the beginning of every month, the first interview that we do. So since this is that first one, redeem the interview giveaway and try and win something. Go for it. 100%. I won't stop you. Or maybe I will. You'll never find out. But anyways, welcome in, Feathers. How are you doing today?
Good.
Nice. Happy to hear it. And then, so how long? So like, obviously, we're gonna just jump straight into like questions and stuff. How long have you been a member of Shadow Stream supporters? When was it that you joined?
I joined in August 10th, but I did take a break during the September.
Nice. So you've been with us a decent amount of time. That's not too bad. So, well, how have you been enjoying it so far? You've been having fun in the Shadow Stream supporters?
Honestly, being able to be here is one of the best things that's ever happened.
Nice. Happy to hear it. So yeah. So we're gonna so for whoever hasn't been here before, obviously if you've never been here, I'm gonna kind of explain how this works and everything. So I started this journey with one of our other Shadow supporters, The Country. And we're just going through and we are interviewing different members of our community. Today is Feathers. We've interviewed a bunch of people. For anyone who can see my hat, you can see Turk's merchandise is what I'm wearing today. He's one of the first few people that I interviewed. I think he was in the second round of interviews. But yeah, we just enjoy getting to know people from our community and everything. Obviously, today is Feathers24. But yeah, if you're ever interested or if you would like to be interviewed yourself, do please feel free to give me, Goose or Chaotic a shout. We'll try and give you as much information as we can to get something scheduled for you. We used to do these, so I'm kind of changing the format of how we do these. We used to do these every 10 days between like a Wednesday and a Saturday. But I'm actually going to change that to just Saturdays because those seem to be working out the best for me. So, yeah, if you want to be interviewed and you have, free availability on Saturdays, absolutely hit me up. We can do this at any particular time. Any questions you have, obviously, I'm more than happy to answer those. But yeah, we're happy to be here. Hope you guys are happy to be here. And we're gonna jump into the interview in honest now. So are you ready, Feathers?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're gonna start out with what some people think is an easy question, some people think is a very hard question. But Feathers, who are you as a streamer, and what do you enjoy streaming? Hey, Practical, thank you for the raid with 42 people. How was your stream?
All right. Is there any? Do you want me to answer the question right now, or we do something about? Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, thanks, Practical, for the raid. Yeah.
Yeah, we got raided. But were you able to hear the question, Feathers, or would you like me to repeat it for you?
Oh no, I heard it.
Okay.
As a streamer, I try to be a positive influence because there's a lot of negativity in the gaming community. And I also try to be informative with like Dead by Daylight. I know a lot of things, I know a lot of niches, and I try to share them around as a viewer. If I could do that as a streamer, that would be also pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
I like to stream games, a lot of them. I also want to stream a bunch of other games, but streaming is kind of hard. But hey, nothing is ever that easy if it's worth.
Absolutely. So then, like I said, I heard you say something about DVD. So would you say like you're a variety streamer, but you lean towards maybe like horror games or?
The only horror game I really played is Dead by Daylight, and I have been doing that a lot now since I got my PC. But I really want to go back into it because I think a lot of people liked my DVD stream.
Nice. All right. So what? Thank you for answering the question. But so we'll move on and everything. What brought you to streaming, Feathers? Was there like some was like I know I've heard some people say like friends brought them in. They just kind of went for it out of the blue because especially when COVID happened and everything. A lot of people were just like, well, you know what, let's try this whole streaming thing. But like what brought you specifically, Feathers, into streaming? Like was it friends? Was it just like might as well give it a shot?
Well, I'd have to say it would really just be an outlet to express myself. I don't really get to express myself that often, and most of the time I just stay quiet. So being able to do that to people and have people watch that is such a great thing for me, honestly.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, no, 100% can agree. Hey, practical Porsche with the double raid question mark?
Oh,
That
oh yeah,
was
they're doing this
interesting.
thing. Yeah,
Uh
basically, sometimes when you raid, some people get lost behind like lurkers. So doing two raids is able to get them all into the stream. And the
that makes sense. We Lord knows we've talked about a bunch of stuff that Twitch just has making just not the greatest, but no, 100%. Thank you so much, Porsche. The Siri, and thank you for the 100 biddies. We always appreciate it. Um, but yeah, so for anyone who is coming in on the tail end of things, we are interviewing Feathers24 today, who joined us back in like August. And they like streaming just for being able to get themselves out there and everything, being a oh, Twitch is always, yeah, you're not wrong, Chaos. But yeah, like they like being a positive influence and they enjoy Dead by Daylight and just a variety of games. So hopefully that catches everyone up. But yeah, we're gonna go straight back into more questions for you, Feathers. Hope you don't mind. But what? So how long have you been streaming? Let me ask that question first, because I never ask that question, and then I go straight into like what's your best and worst parts. But how long have you been streaming? Let's start with that one.
in about like August, but ever since I had to go back to school, the amount I've been able to stream has really slowed down.
Okay, so you've had to slow down and everything. But like, how have you been streaming for like a year? Have you been streaming for just like a few months? Like, how long have you been streaming?
I've been streaming for about like half a year.
Half a year. Okay, cool. So you've been able to experience like something like obviously like some highs and some lows and everything, because like 6 months, that's not anything to scoff at. Um, so like with that in mind, have you had any like best parts or worst parts of your journey as a streamer in that 6 months? Anything you wanted to share with us?
Well, I have to say the best part that I have to streaming is, of course, being able to join the server because I get to meet a lot of new people, which I don't normally do. And the worst part is I don't think there's many bad parts, but whenever I try to stream but nobody shows up, it's very demotivating.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Like one of the hardest things, like especially when like I started streaming and everything, both when I was part of a streaming group and then when I actually like split off and became my own person and the Recon Monkey name was born. Um like the hardest part starting out is like just no one being there, and you kind of have to learn how to talk to yourself. For me specifically, everyone, you can see my wonderful collection of ducks here, because I will never submit to the goose army. Hashtag Team Bunny all the way. But but yeah, like I had like just ducks in front of me that like weren't on camera at the time. Obviously now they're to the side and everything. Um, but you'll never get me to admit to it, Goose. Good luck. You can try. But yeah, so like I would talk to them. I would kind of like I'd play the games, but I'd feel like I'd like pretend like the ducks were real, and just try and use that to kind of keep everything going and keep myself kind of like in a good mood, even though like yeah, especially like when you first start out and like you're not really like after a few weeks and everything, and you still haven't had like anyone stop into your stream or anything like that, it kind of hurts. It really does. But with that in mind, and kind of like with my own thing of like my tips, would you have any tips yourself, Feathers, with your 6 months of experience for like new streamers starting out, like anything to like either help them get into the mindset of streaming or like to help them grow a little bit quicker? Like what works for you when it comes to streaming?
Firstly, you shouldn't go into streaming with the idea that you're instantly going to become famous. Obviously, you also shouldn't like do it with this thought that you are going to be able to do this forever. Not getting that bit. Okay, basically, for tips for streamers, you definitely should treat your audience well. Yeah,
Absolutely.
because I'm really bad at this. I do not know that much about streaming or how to help people.
No problems. Like whatever advice you can give. Like I always enjoy doing this one just because like obviously like even at 6 months you have a lot more experience than people who are just starting. You've been at this for a little bit longer, so like anything that you think like has worked for you, or just like even like just getting into a mindset, like you said, like don't go into it expecting to be famous right away, because no one gets famous right away. Like it's very rare that that actually happens. Like even some of the big named YouTubers and Twitch streamers now, like if you look, it took them, like Ninja for example, it took him like 10 years of streaming before he actually became like the icon that he is today. So like yeah, 100%, that right there is great advice. Don't expect to be famous right away. It's not going to happen. You're just setting yourself up for failure at that point.
Caroline Sabeva is the man who wears for the trophy shirt.
Which one, sorry?
Kylan Ninja Blevins, he wore the trophy shirt.
Yep, exactly. The troll face shirt. Oh, I remember that stream. Oh, sorry, I'm typing a message. All right. But yeah, like I mean there's a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of things like and that's another thing too, that I think a lot of people forget, is everyone's going to have a different journey. Everyone is going to have a different like time with streaming and everything. Like no one's going to have the exact same journey from point A to point B. So like some people, yeah, maybe you gain, a little bit of a cult following earlier than others. Some people are the Goose 2012 who will never be famous, but they're okay with that. Um, some people will, do really good, and, it might take them that 10 years, but eventually they might get to where like Ninja and Life Arrow and a bunch of other people are at. You never know what, and that's another thing, is you never know what's going to become that niche that you find yourself in, where whether it's like I know for me, I've kind of put myself into the role of, oh yeah, Recon Monkey, he's the guy that does the Elmo voice and other voices. Then you've got Country, who's so full of himself that even when he sucks he thinks he's doing good, and like and then you have just Goose, who's chaos personified in like, just being the most wholesome being the most wholesome idiot, I guess is the best way I can put it for you, Goose. Um, wow, good job. Good job, Goose. I unfortunately do not have any bags of mystery Abraxas. I can run down and grab something to eat from my thing, but yeah, no, I don't have anything. So I again can pretend, but that's the best I can offer you. Thank you so much for everyone for redeeming those giveaways. Always appreciate it. But yeah, going more into like questions and stuff. So Feathers, like obviously, so we've talked a little bit about like your journey and everything. We're talked a little bit about like every like your entire journey to where we are now. But I know earlier we asked like, what do you stream and stuff like that, but like I want to go a little bit further with that one and like so what's your favorite like genre of video game? Like I know some people like adventure style games, some people like puzzles. What games do you see yourself tending to go towards?
Well, I guess I'd have to answer with that. I really like roguelikes. Roguelikes and roguelites. Yeah,
Okay.
I like
Okay.
those.
So are you a Dark Souls fan?
No.
Fair. Very fair. So what kind of like roguelike and roguelite games do you like playing? Like I know there's Rogue Legacy was a big one that I was into for a long while. But I know there's a ton of others out there. So like what's some of your favorite roguelike or roguelites?
I have to say some of my favorites are Enter the Gungeon, One Step from Eden. Oh yeah, also what's it called? Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire's
Yeah, and also a game you probably haven't heard of, Void Turlin. Yeah, it's pretty moving.
I have not actually heard of that one. But I may have to definitely
Play
check it
it.
out. 100. Okay. Well, you have it here. The game is very highly recommended by Feathers24. So everybody, we should check it out. Lord knows I still have to beat getting over it with Bennett Foddy, but I'll get to that game eventually, promise. um but yeah, so we talked about like when you came to the Shadow Stream supporters community and everything, but I always enjoy asking the other side of that question. How did you come to the Shadow Stream supporters community? What, did someone invite you? Like did you just kind of stumble upon us? Like how did you become a member?
Very simply, I got raided during one of my Dead by Daylight streams. At the time, I was eating a hot dog.
You were eating a hot dog at the time?
Yeah, I don't know who was the person who was the raid captain because I am very grateful for them. But I think it was Link.
Nice. Awesome. I love hearing like when we get someone cuz like I think oh geez, I can't even remember when I was rated. Shout out to Link for getting Feathers on board with us. Shout out to Ninja Aiden for rating me all those months ago. I think it was like 7 or 8 at this point. I don't even remember. But yeah, like I was just kind of just chilling on a stream, and all of a sudden I see like all these people coming in. I think I was playing not even anything like not even a game that was like super interesting to me because like I think it was like Valheim or one of like the Arc games because like I enjoy playing them, but at the same time it's also just like I get bored of them very quickly. So like because I kind of just run out of things to do, and it's like I could just continuously keep repeating what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's not fun to me. So meh. Sorry. Yeah, no. I'm just not gonna type. I'm gonna actually just say it. So yeah, with the entries, guys, it's only one time, and then you only get one entry. So like if you do happen to be able to redeem it more than once, it's only going to give you one entry. Yeah, go ahead and test it for us and everything. We'll refund, but one redeem, one entry. That's the max. So right now, obviously, I've got 4 people who have redeemed it. But if you try and redeem it another time, unfortunately, no, that is not going to give you more chances to win. It's a one and done kind of thing. Wonderful. Glad to hear that.
Could I
Uh,
join the giveaway?
yeah, absolutely. Everyone can, even not Goose. I'll make sure Goose doesn't win, even if I have to cheat. um, but yeah, so it's supposed to be a one and done kind of thing. It's great. Yeah. Goose knows what he did, Porsche. Don't attack me. um it does say to ask country or recon. Well, yeah. Good. Good. I'm watching you. But yeah. getting back on track and everything. So yeah, like so roguelites, roadlights. So do you what going into that, I guess, a little bit further and everything. What is the first game you remember playing that you were like, this is fun? Like what was your first video game that was like that got you hooked onto video games?
Okay, that'll be have to have the hard answer. I guess the first thing I think about is Call of Duty.
Nice. Do you remember which Call of Duty perchance?
No, I was too young.
That may fair. I only remember mine because years later I got to play it again. And it was the first Call of Duty where they brought in zombies, which was Call of Duty World at War. Even though a lot of people think it was Black Ops 1, it was not. It was World at War. Because even the Modern Warfares came out before Black Ops did. And they also had zombies, if I remember correctly. But Lion King on Sega Genesis, brutal game, but you were hooked, and then Sonic the Hedgehog 2 sealed the deal. That's a wholesome story, Goose. But what about Call of Duty did you love? Like even as like a little kid and everything, like was it just like the whole like how it felt, or like did you enjoy just the gameplay? What was it that like made you fall in love with video games?
I don't know. Hard to answer that.
Hard to answer that. Okay, so switch it up a little bit. What has made you stay in love with games now? Like, what keeps you coming back? Like, is it the feel of the adventure? Just the storylines. Like, what makes you continue playing games?
I mean, something I really like to do is discover new games to play, which really helps me out with finding new things to play. Like Deep Rock Galactic, that was something that was really good. Yeah, you should also play Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, 100% agree. I'm a driller main, so can't agree with this. Even though my scout
Okay,
is
now we have
technically a
some
little bit
contention. I'm a
higher.
scout main.
My scout is a little bit higher than my driller, which I am fixing, but yeah. It was bigger, so better. That makes sense, Ryan, 100%. Um but yeah, so 100%, like yeah, it's great to know like obviously things that brought people to video games. Um and obviously like for myself kind of to answer my own question a little bit. And once again give you guys a little bit of info into Recon Monkey, even though no one has offered to, interview the interviewer yet. Still hoping. But yeah, so for me specifically, the thing that I always love about video games is like the story. Like I love the graphics and everything, don't get me wrong, but if I have a game that has a good story, I will be hooked on that game for life. And there are certain games that like I will come back to them every single year and play through them again because like I just love reliving the story. One of them, Undertale, I haven't actually played since I beat it, and that's only because like every single time I think about picking it back up, someone is like, "Oh, well, you should do the genocide run," and I refuse to do the genocide run because I fell in love with the characters so heavily that like I can't kill them. Like it would take like an exorbitant amount of like people redeeming and like sending me bits to do a genocide run, like because it would kill me. You guys, like it would absolutely destroy me to do a Undertale genocide run. But makes you feel like you're the actual main character. Right, exactly, bloody. Exactly. Um, but yeah, so that is all the questions that I had cooked up for you, Feathers. So before we turn it over to our wonderful audience, just a couple of just a couple of things for you guys and everything. And we'll get into letting you guys ask questions. So be prepared, because we're gonna switch it over to you guys here in a second. But obviously, I've got to do some announcements. So obviously, big shout out to all of our featured members for this past week. Sayo Bean Latte, I want to shout you out specifically because as the team lead for the shout out channel, I 100% I 100% know that you were a huge part in keeping the shout outs going while like 99% of us were on leave. You did a wonderful job. I 100% appreciate it. Oh, Sayo, yes, 100%. Forever a Pink Lady, thank you for helping with the socials team and everything. You are amazing. We love you. Runic Druid, I have interviewed you before, good sir. Always a pleasure, always fun. Fairy Nest, you're very active on Discord. We appreciate that and we love you for it. Panda UKTV, again, very active and supportive in the community. And hey, we can always accept that. And then obviously our very own Feathers24, who I am interviewing today, for being both a very active and supportive member of the community. So round of applause to all of our, featured members. Look forward to whoever is going to be our next, Shadow Legend. And if you think we're done with the announcements, you're wrong, because bada bing, bada boom, there is an event coming up, and it is what is it? Goose Goose Duck, held by Thessarian herself. That will be this Wednesday, and she is going to be having an open lobby. I don't know the exact time. I know it's somewhere, but I can't seem to find it. But so yeah, we're going to have that going on and everything. So look forward to that. If you have any questions about when it might be, obviously, please feel free to reach out to the Goose 2012 or myself. And it is going to be a heckin' good time. Hopefully, we can kill all the geese because they're evil. Look at the Goose 2012. Just once again, so everyone knows where I stand. I stand here. But yeah, so look forward to that. And one more time for all of those of you who are joining us and didn't hear my announcement at the beginning of this, hey, this is the first interview of this month, so we're doing the giveaway. If you got 500 points and you want to redeem it, it's down in the thing. So yeah, we can 100%, have more people than the 5 that have redeemed it so far, and we're gonna have a spin at the end of the stream before we read out, and you can win something from the Shadow Stream supporters community because we love to give back to you guys. But with that, that is all of the all of the announcements I have. So now the floor is completely open to you guys. What questions do we have? Thank you for the redeem, Ryan and Anita. And yeah, what questions do we have for Feathers? Come on, guys. Like, Let's see some funny questions. Let's see some serious questions. Let's get to know Feathers a little bit. Let's go.
I have a question for you, Recon.
All right, let's hear it.
If you like story games so much, why haven't you played Void Eternal? Also, I am good.
Boy, I have not played Void Eternal because honestly, I've never heard of it. So that would probably be my best answer is I just haven't heard of it. I plan to look into it, but yeah, I don't know. I okay. I can't honestly answer that otherwise. Is it's just like, yeah, I haven't heard of it, but now that I've heard of it, obviously that may change.
I spelled it out in chat. Okay. Goose. Yeah, I'd have to say Void Eternal. It's like one of the best games I ever played. Like, I have to say that it's so good. Like, I didn't expect it to be that good, but it is that good. The story is just so interesting, and it takes so many different turns. And when I finished it, I just didn't have anything to say. I was speechless.
Oh, it's on the Switch, I just found out. Okay, so I will definitely have to see if it's in the Switch store. Ooh, okay. That's an interesting one. Yeah, so Ryan is asking, who is your Twitch inspiration?
I would have to say that would be you, Tubby. They have been very helpful with me. They always come over to my streams whenever they can, and it's very nice with them, even though it might be hard for them because I have a very bad sleep schedule.
Sorry. Speaking of Tubby, that's who I'm talking with right now.
Oh, hi, Tubby.
Yes. Tubby is one of the people who asked if I would be okay with them being my co-host, just for whenever Country isn't here. If Country does still want to be a part of it, but yeah. Wow. Okay. Fine. Team Goose or Team Bunny, Feathers? You're being put on the spot with this.
No, I'm not. I already asked this question. Team Goose.
You stab deep. You stab deep. Awesome. Hey,
Yes, I
welcome.
do.
Welcome in, Tubby. How is it going?
Oh, hi.
But yeah, sorry, what were you
Oh
gonna say,
wow,
Feathers?
this is an unexpected.
But yes, welcome in, Rubbin and Recon. Can I time you out, Goose? I think I can. I don't want to. I don't want to like put in the effort to time you out, but I think I can do it, but I won't. I'll refrain because unlike some people, I know how to not abuse my power. But hi, welcome in, Tubby. How's it going today? This is Feathers24, the person we are interviewing today.
I've got a question for him.
Absolutely, ask away.
What was the first game you ever played?
I think it was like a game you probably haven't heard of. It's like Skylanders. It's a Toys to Life game. Used to play it all the time, but it has since been cancelled and no more reinstallations or sequels to it have been.
I remember Skylanders. My brother used to play Skylanders all the time when we were kids. And I honestly played it because obviously it was like a Spyro game. But yeah. Ooh, okay. What do you think about the upcoming Diablo 4? We can all answer this one honestly, but like Feathers, let's let you answer it first.
I'm sorry, but I have never played a single Diablo game, and I barely know what it is, so I don't know what to think.
Tubby, what do you think of the Diablo 4 game?
Interesting money grab.
Fair, absolutely. As a diehard Diablo fan, I spent literal hours, days, weeks, years of my life playing Diablo 1 and 2 with my dad and my mom. Um I'm hopeful that Diablo 4 will be good. I did enjoy Diablo 3. I thought it was very piss poor in a lot of ways, but it still held like kind of some of the same wonder and joy that I remember from the first two. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of with Tubby where I'm kind of like scared a little bit because I know the direction Blizzard has gone in. Looking at you, Activision, with anger in my heart
Diablo
and
Immortal.
my eyes. And yeah, I'm kind of like pessimistically hopeful. Microsoft and Blizzard. What about Microsoft and Blizzard? I mean, yes, Blizzard is now owned by Microsoft, but like Activision still has like that's only because like they bought Activision. Um and so like I'm hopeful Microsoft can bring Blizzard back to its heydays when like, everyone was excited for like, Warcraft and, StarCraft and Diablo and all those fun games. But I'm also I'm not a small child anymore, and I realize the world is not as happy and fun of a place as it used to be. So we'll see. I'm very pessimistic. But yes, 100% agree, Bloody Demon. Diablo 2 was and will always be the best. But going off of this subject, what other questions do we have, guys? We've still got quite a bit of time. So ask your questions, get them answered. Obviously, direct most of your questions towards Feathers since they are the ones being interviewed today. But if you do have a question for either Tubby or I, we'll see if we want to answer it. I'm trying to keep most everything about myself to my chest for whenever someone does decide to interview me.
I'll definitely give you an interview if you want.
Hey, whenever you're ready. I know we do have someone else who wants to be interviewed, but maybe sometime in February you guys will get a Recon Monkey interview. We'll see what happens. We'll have to plan it. Bring the goose back to be your co-host, Tubby. Lord knows he would enjoy
All
it
right,
way
so
too
Feathers, I've got
much.
a question for you. All right. Out of your top 5 games that you've ever played, what one would you say has been your most enjoyed? Like, sure, number one would be like one of your favorite games, but what one did you enjoy the most?
I would have to say that would be Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, it's just such an interesting game. It's so different, and it has so much customization. And the community is actually pretty nice compared to other games, other online games.
Nice.
Good choice, good choice. Good
Goose,
game, that one.
we all hear you talk too much.
Me?
No. Goose, not you, Feathers. Because Porsche asked, would you rather speak every language or speak to animals? And Goose responded, speak to animals. I already hear too many people talk as it is. And if you've ever been inside of a Goose stream, he doesn't breathe. He just continues talking. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't keeled over from lack of oxygen yet, but maybe one day.
I could breathe for him if you want me.
But yeah, so would you rather speak every language or speak to animals? For me specifically, that's a tough one. I would rather speak to animals because I can still learn how to speak other languages, but like you can't teach yourself to speak to animals. That's only a Doctor Doolittle kind of thing. So I'd take that one. But what about you guys?
I mean, these are both very trivial things. Just because you can talk to animals just means you can tell them to do things. Like, they'll actually follow. And also, it'll be. I don't know. I would just like to. I guess both of these things are just a flex of other people, huh?
You're not wrong. And welcome in, Toad.
I would say, uh, wouldn't technically every language be animal language as well?
Can
Ooh,
you
okay.
understand animals?
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Speak every language, so technically you could understand. Well, okay, but that makes the point though. You could understand them, but would they be able to understand you? Because I know cats have their own language and everything.
There's a lot of
If you
vocals we
could,
just can't do.
if you could understand what animals are saying to you, imagine how annoying pets would be, like flies or.
I also respect it, Goose. You know what? I'm gonna agree with Tubby on this one. Every technically, would you not consider every, yeah, 100%.
Every
um
language, I could understand the lyrics of the music I listen.
Yeah, that's fair. That's 100% fair. If there was a game the SSS could play together, what should it be? Ooh. I mean, well, we've got that event for Goose Goose Duck. But yeah, what do you think, Feathers?
Well, if we're specifically talking about the SSS, I have to say that it would be. There's not many games you can play with multiple people, but like if we had to play it all game together, it would probably be like imagine an SSS stream with multiple people. It would definitely have to be like a game like Deep Rock Galactic or Payday 2.
Okay. Wow, I haven't heard Payday 2 in forever. I used to play that game all the time.
Consume
um
Payday content.
Consume there you go. It's always fun to like hear other people. Ooh, Smite would be a good one, Porsche. Smite would be a good one. I haven't touched any of the, like, besides Deep Rock Galactic, which I think I touched like a couple of weeks ago
Chivalry 2?
before. Which one?
Chivalry 2?
Chivalry 2. Oh, that was another one I used to play that I haven't touched in forever. I was really good with the bow and arrow. But what other questions do we have, guys? Piggy Hunt. I don't. Okay, Anita, are we trying to destroy friendships here? um Ryan, I'm going to ask the same question to you because Mario Kart has less of a chance of destroying friendships, but Mario Party will definitely destroy some friendships, especially if we have anyone who's competitive. Um
I don't need a game to destroy my friendships. I'm just like really good at doing that because I'm a bad person.
Fair. I am, the way my friends describe me, I am a gremlin of a person. So I'm that person
I
who,
just kind
like,
of
yeah,
I just kind of hurt people sometimes, which makes me feel bad.
that's fair. Piggy, not MK. I rage too much in MK. I don't know what MK is, but okay.
Mortal Kombat?
I mean, you would imagine, but I don't think there's a Mortal Kombat hunt. Oh,
Oh,
Mario Kart hunt?
are you talking about Piggy like the Roblox game?
I've never played Roblox, so I don't know. So, Anita, are you saying we shouldn't kill each other or we should? I'm confused. Okay, it is that piggy, Feathers. It is that piggy from Roblox. So you probably know more about this than I do.
Yeah, and I've never played the game before, and I intend to keep it that lightly. So sorry, we're not doing that.
So much fun hunting and Goose. See, the Team Bunny. At least she's honest about it and she makes it fun. Goose is just like, I'm going to murder you and I'm going to maniacally laugh about it behind your back, but then I'll act innocent and sweet. Bunny knows what she is. Goose still hides what he is, and that's why I will forever be Team Bunny.
Why not Team Me?
Oh, I mean, Feathers, I'm always Team You. As long as it's not Team Goose. Monopoly is definitely a kill game. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Anita. But yeah, what other questions do we have, guys? We still got a little bit longer before we get into the spinning of the wheel and everything to see who's won. Also, BT Dubs, another little reminder: if you got the 500 points, redeem them for a chance to win something in the wheel spin. It's probably going to be the last time I remind everybody. So do it if you want to.
Hey, Feathers, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
This isn't really game related, but what's your favorite anime?
I don't really watch any kind of anime. I guess if I had to
What
say my
anime
favorite
would you show?
I don't really watch anything show. But if you want to answer for anime, I'd have to say videos think from Studio Ghibli or I forgot what it's called.
Okay.
Any other questions?
We're waiting to see if they'll give us more questions. They're kind of having their own discussion about Bunny Cosmetics coming to Goose Goose Duck. Which means that now you can dress your goose up like a bunny, which means Bunny wins Goose. But going off of Tubby's question, I will add another question to my mix. Do you have a favorite book potentially?
I do have to recommend Wizards of Once. It's pretty good.
Nice. We are spies infiltrating the. I'm fighting the urge to time you out so hard, Goose. What's your dream car, Feathers?
I don't really have one. I don't really know how to feel about having a car. What video game plot twist shocked you the most? Not going to spoil it, but Void Turlum.
Ooh, okay, so there's a real big plot twist in that game that shocked you, huh?
If we wanted a plot twist that everyone knows about, probably in
Probably in which one?
Nah, nothing. I have no idea. There's not many plot twists in the games that I have.
Okay, no problems. I would say honestly, probably one of the plot twists that kind of shook me the most. I was very little when it happened. But Kingdom Hearts, the whole Ansem being the Ansem that we were introduced to being Xehanort and everything like that. And then finding out in Kingdom Hearts 2 that, oh wait, no, technically Ansem is actually this guy. I was like, man, this game's plot is convoluted as crap. I loved it.
I played Call of Duty, but I didn't get far enough into the part where Shepard shot you and
Ghost, no. That actually did make me cry.
And answering your question, Goose, I have to say my favorite video game character would be. There's so many good ones, though. Yeah, I'd have to say. If we're talking personality-wise, my favorite video game character. The first console I ever played on or owned has to be the Xbox 360.
Nice. My
I
favorite. Oh, sorry.
I don't have really have play any sports or have any crafty hobbies because I am a loser.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with having any crafty hobbies or playing any sports. I don't. Well, I don't play any sports now. I used to play. Soccer was the only one I ever really got into. But as for crafty hobbies, does writing count? I don't really think that's crafty.
I guess my answer for now would be Dallas from Payday 2 as video game character. Relationship status. Why? Pretty out of left field, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, that's an interesting question, Ryan. Thank you so much.
As I answered before, I am a loser.
Single and ready to mingle, Ryan. Single and ready to mingle.
No, that's never going to happen. I've already accepted that I'm going to be alone forever.
Oof.
It's better acceptance than denial.
I mean, there you go. 100%. What about you, Tubby? Do you have a favorite video game character?
Michael J. Caboose.
So I'm going to probably get a lot of ire for this. But my first video game love was 150% Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. He's my all-time favorite game character. Yeah. Which of my ducks is your favorite, Feathers? Can you see my ducks?
I don't know. I only met them. But I'd have to say my favorite one right now would be, I don't know, that one in the middle just is kind of, it's doing its own thing. It's not even, no, the one behind that.
This is my FBI duck. Oh, this is, I call him my daddy duck. He's playing, but
I can even see that.
I tied a thing around this duck's neck, as you can kind of see. So she became the female duck, and then they had a child. There's a whole story to these ducks. So
Wow, getting that duck lore.
Yeah, there's a whole like story behind these ducks that I just created in my head because I have way too much time on my hands, and a very overactive imagination. But yeah, welcome to the duck lore.
If you like plastic ducks so much, you should play Placid Plastic Ducks in
Plastic ducks. Ooh, okay. Ah, my wheel
Anyone
isn't
have any more
working
questions?
correctly. Yes. Give us your questions. Question us.
Do you have a question, Tubby?
Hmm. I actually have one off the bat, but let me think.
I am only 16, so I don't have a job. Profile picture, that is the uproot from Mario Odyssey, and the text surrounding it is, "Do not insult the good onion boy."
There you go. Do not insult the good onion boy. We're looking at you, Goose.
Here, I got a question. What is your favorite pastime?
I guess it'd have to be streaming because don't have anything.
You know what? I've got another question for you. Google or Amazon?
Why?
If you had to choose one, so like you have like the Amazon Alexa and you have the Google Home stuff. If you had to choose one to have in your house, which would it be?
Well, I guess I have to say Google because I already have.
Okay. I have a little bit of both in my house, so that's why I'm asking, because I'm just like, yeah. Where would you
I'd
like to
like to
be
be
in a year's time?
probably with some friends, but yeah, yeah.
Google elect Google, do you mean Amazon Alexa?
Actually, the Google Home can have like both a guy and a girl.
I'm trying to understand Pink Lady's thing with Google Alexa, cuz like technically Alexa is Amazon's, so I wasn't sure if she meant like Google's version of Alexa. Just wanted to double check that one.
I think there was supposed to be a comma after Google.
Okay, Amazon Alexa talks way too much. Got it. Fair, Pink Lady.
I don't. I need a diamonds question. Do you have any career choices for the future? I mean, I could do some things like I don't really have a good answer.
But I mean, like you said, you're like, because you said you're 16, correct?
No, I actually said I was 60.
60. Okay.
No, I said 16.
Okay. But I mean, like, yeah, like, honestly, I still don't have, I'm like somewhere around the 30s and I still have no idea what I'm doing with my life. But yeah, like sometimes it just happens. I did have a career choice, but getting into the video game industry is very difficult. So that's why I'm a licensed broker now. Yay. But we got time for, let's say, 2 more questions, and then we're going to have to we're going to do that wheel spin before we shoot off to our next shoot off to somebody in a raid.
I didn't know you were broke.
What's up?
You said that you were broke, which is kind of.
No, not broke. I am a licensed broker. So the people who trade stocks for other people and stuff like that, that's what my job is. Thanks, Ryan. I'll break you, Goose.
Oh, whoa.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass on that question.
Um. Yeah, economics and finance. Exactly. 100%. All right, two more questions, guys. How what do we got for us?
Favorite movie?
I just said I'm not 60. I'm 16.
Yeah, 16, Anita. Sorry.
Favorite meme, but there's a lot of favorite memes like Seasons Reasons or I don't know. uh, Seasons Reasons.
And then Tubby was asking, what's your favorite movie? Feathers. Do you have a favorite movie?
I don't really watch that many movies.
Okay, absolutely fair. Tubby, do you have a favorite movie?
Jurassic Park, 100%.
Jurassic Park is a good one. What did it take for him to get this for Feathers to get this interview? Simple. They reached out. That's literally all it takes is if you just reach out to us, not to steal your thunder or anything, Feathers, I promise. But yeah, if you just reach out to Goose, Chaotic, or me, they'll eventually, Goose or Chaotic usually will just give you to me, and I will usually try and talk with you about a time to do it and everything. Ryan, I think we're talking about yours. Yours is going to be not this next Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards. If that doesn't work, let me know. But yes, 100%, we're in the works with yours, Ryan. Promise. It's just, yeah. This one was already planned, so this Saturday was taken, but we will definitely get you into the next one and try and work around something to get you 100% taken care of. 100%. Anyways, it is 4:55. So let's go ahead. We're gonna do the thing. Feathers, do you have any parting words for everybody before we move on to like the giveaway and everything? Anything you'd like to say to your audience?
Give me a shout out. I'll also save the world. My final message. Goodbye.
Love it. Love it 100%. But yes. One final shout out for Feathers. They were playing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. That's an interesting one. But yeah, so with that, we are going to now go to this. Welcome to my wheel. So 9 of you have redeemed the thing. So obviously you can see here, for those of you who can't count, this goes up to 9. We're going to spin this wheel. It's going to land on somebody, and they are going to be the winner of this month's prize. So we're going to spin the wheel now. And let's see who wins. Number 6. Anita, you are our winner. Congratulations. Woo! Boom, shakalaka. So, Anita, you have won. We will get in touch with you about what that means and everything. And you will receive a prize. I do not remember what that prize is. I think the last time we did it, it was bits, but we'll figure out what it is for you, Anita. Thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you everyone for, coming and hanging out with us. It was a lot of fun. Look forward to more more of these happening. We're obviously always looking for more people to interview. Ryan, I know you are the next person, but obviously if someone else would like to also be interviewed, we can do 2 interviews in a day. It's not a problem. We just usually like to try and find people who have roughly around the same times of wanting to be interviewed. And obviously people who are interested in being interviewed, which kind of has been the harder part, but yeah. But thank you so much. We're going to read out now. Once again, thank you, Feathers, for being here and agreeing to this with us. Tubby, always thank you for being a most wonderful co-host. I always appreciate it.
No problem. Sorry, I'll say.
Thank you so much. But yeah, we are going to raid out to, let me look here. You know what? We're going to raid out to Fobster, who is playing some Hades right now. Ooh. So look forward to that. But Goose, you really, I want to ban you. I want to ban you so much, so badly. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you around. Gosh dang it.
Pleasure interviewing you, Feathers.
Yes, definitely a pleasure interviewing you, Feathers. Thank you so much.
I am a very interesting and confusing person.
Absolutely. Bye, Anita. Congratulations once more. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Beautiful time.